But thanks for calling. Enjoy your jump.
Hello, Kevin. It's me. I miss you. Please come home. This is probably one of the weirdest, hardest videos I've had to make in a while. And the movie that we're going to be talking about today was actually brought to my attention by someone on Twitter. Just me innocently scrolling through my feed, and then all of a sudden, poof, this image appears. And then obviously I'm sitting here thinking, damn, this is gonna be a good movie. And obviously I'm assuming just by looking at the picture alone, this was made early 2000s, late 90s, right? There's no possible way this could have been made recently. Well, then I find out it was actually made in 2019, so a little bit concerning. But again, I wanted to give it the benefit of the doubt. It's 2019, Amazon Prime picked it up. There's no way it could be as bad as the picture is leading on. And then I read the plot summary of the movie. A grown white man needs to make money for his kid to get in school. So in order to do that, he goes onto a radio station and poses as a black woman by doing a black woman's accent in order to get more listeners on the radio station. Again, even after all of this, I still tried to give it the benefit of the doubt. And just from the plot summary alone, you guys are probably thinking, man, this is gonna be bad. But I'm here to tell you, it is so much worse than you think. Oh God. But while I was researching this movie, I stumbled upon the writer, director, and the main star of the show, Jeremy Seville. And Jeremy is a comedian first and foremost, as he says on his Twitter. He starred in movies such as The Visual Bible, The Little Vampire, and The Test. And The Test was also written, directed, and starred in by Jeremy Seville. And it sounds pretty bad too. A guy puts his unwitting fiance through a series of bizarre stress tests to see if she's worthy? Man, this guy sounds like a cool dude to hang around. But after digging deeper, I found that he truly hit his stride when it comes to comedy in his Instagram posts. Like,
yeah, no.
He's a cat. Oh, he's a pickle now. Ooh, funny face. Oh my God. How is this man not famous? And listen, I know it might sound like I'm being a little bit harsh on the guy, you know, it's just a director who thought he came up with something amazing. But I need you to understand, you're gonna have a different view on the guy once you watch the movie. This movie is filled with pure narcissism and a bunch of really bad inspirational quotes and advice. And the entire time, he makes every side character just brag about how good he is. In this movie, he tries super hard to be nuanced and really smart, but it just comes off as super pretentious. And I want you guys to know before we start here, when you're sitting there thinking there is no possible way this movie could get any worse, it does. Oh God, it does. So the movie starts out with our main character, Joe, who is played by obviously Jeremy Seville. And he is a bartender struggling to make ends meet. But he has a skill. Nay, he has a power. The power of advice.
I might just be a lowly barkeep, but I always say I gotta be me. Who else is gonna do it?
Holy shit! He just changed that man's entire life just with that one sentence? How is this advice so powerful?
I've been coming to this bar for 10 years now, and it never ceases to amaze me that you always seem to say the right thing to just the right person. What's your secret?
I'm really just talking to myself.
Not only is this bartender an amazing advice giver, but so humble at the same time. So then we meet Rachel, and Rachel's having problems with her boyfriend. Well, thank God she walked into this bar with this genius bartender. He's about to drop some bombs of advice.
Now, first of all, you're a fucking idiot. Stop indulging him. If you're gonna play enabler, you're just as guilty as he is. Actually, you're worse.
Wow.
Game, set, and match.
And I thought this drink was strong.
So again, remember people, this was written by him. So not only does he believe that the advice he just gave that girl is really good, but he thinks it's so good that people will just back down and agree with everything that he's saying. I'm sorry, but if you tell a person who is getting cheated on that it is their fault and they're enabling him and that they're worse than the person that is cheating on them, you're not gonna get a positive response.
I don't charge for my advice.
Well, you should. Because it was amazing.
For a guy who's just talking to himself, sure to make a lot of sense for the rest of us.
Guys, I'm not sure if you're aware, but he gives good advice. So Joe goes to his ex-wife's house, makes a sex change joke.
In fact, it's good news.
I ain't getting the sex change.
and finds out that his son has an opportunity to go to a really good school. But money is a problem. He needs a lot of money to do it. Motivation. Motivation.
These are for your kick-ass advice.
Honestly, this is pretty normal for me. Anytime someone gives me some pretty good advice, the next day I bring over a bouquet of flowers and just brag about how badass that advice was yesterday. This is very normal. So Rachel gives him a flyer that is the size of a fortune cookie paper, and the flyer asks for a radio talk show host. Oh yeah, by the way, this little fortune cookie paper says, minorities and women encouraged to apply. Oh God, if only I wasn't a white man. Life would be so much simpler. So then Rachel continually brags to him that he has superpowers of advice. Yes, a bartender tells her that she's stupid for getting mad at a guy for cheating on her, and she is telling him that he needs to sell his advice. Dear God. So she convinces him, and now he's at her house? Where am I? Didn't they just meet yesterday? So Joe is obviously really bad at being a radio show host because, you know, he's having trouble being himself. If only he was a black woman.
What's your friend's name?
His name is Joe.
Just a regular Joe, huh?
No, he's extraordinary.
You just met him yesterday, lady. Why is this entire movie just sucking the main character's dick?
Don't take credit for the wisdom that you procure.
No, I'm just saying I keep my ego in check.
You sure about that, bud? You really keep your ego in check there, Joe? Really? So he ends up not making the cut for the radio show and makes a couple wacky jokes.
I'm more of a one-on-one guy anyway. You know, listen, a lot of what I do is very nonverbal. It's all in the face. Like when I say, you're acting really stupid.
You guys get it? Because like on a radio show, you don't show your face. And he's making jokes. Oh my God, how is this not an award-winning comedy?
That's why your man got me taking care of it for him, okay?
Okay, so a few things here. Not only is this a piss poor green screen, but the fact that they had to put it over top of the TV instead of just playing the video on the TV itself, and they didn't even do a good job of putting it on there. This is basic shit, dude. This is what YouTubers do, man.
They want women and minorities. They don't want white guys like me telling them what to do. If I was a black woman, I'd be perfect.
Oh no. Don't you dare think about it, you son of a bitch.
You live with Loqueesha. You got no spunk, no spunk, no sizzle. Loqueesha don't play that. This ain't no pretend time.
Oh God. Oh, I'm gonna be sick. Oh God. Why is that edited on top of the screen? So Joe miraculously gets accepted to the radio show. I think the part of this movie that is extremely hard to accept is the fact that he thinks his black girl voice is so goddamn convincing that he tricks the radio station into believing it's not a white guy and it's just a regular black woman. Once again, this movie just feels like the writer wrote this to stroke his own ego.
Glad to see you're working so hard, Joe.
I got a smartphone.
Now they're overdubbing shit. I'm assuming they said iPhone and they had to cut it out, but geez, that was so good. So after he tells another really bad joke.
Okay, just let me check my email, because Santa Claus might be contacting me to say we won the Mega Millions.
Oh, so that's how he's going to get the money to pay for all the toys this year.
No, he's gonna have the elves make it like usual. But then he's gonna take the Mega Million money and...
Why are they still going? The joke was over. So we cut to the radio station and they talk about how they're competing with Spotify and Pandora. So that just confirmed that this is technically set in 2019, which makes the radio station storyline so much more ridiculous.
Listen to this.
My name's Ted. Ted Ronald dead. You sound dead inside.
You think I can get away with that?
Not at all, but you be done with that job.
I hate it. So Joe ends up accepting the offer to go to the radio station and says he has a rare case of xenophobia.
I am unable to come to your station for a meeting. I have a rare form of xenophobia.
So Joe, or Loqueesha, ends up calling the radio station and then they figure out, oh hey, I need to be up there in person in order to do the radio show. Conflict.
We cannot do this. I can do this. I'm so sorry, gentlemen. I just had to sneeze. So, what's up?
It's so bad. So anyway, Joe somehow convinces the radio station that he can hire his own sound engineer, and at the same time, everyone has to be out of the building and no one is allowed to see technically her going in and out.
I kind of led him to believe my name was Loqueesha.
Wait, you're not some kind of transgender, transracial, cross-cultural dresser, are you?
Whoa, okay, yep, just lay it on there thick, Jeremy, just slap it on there, why don't you? So he ends up finding a sound engineer. His name is Mason, and he agrees to do this, which no sane person would do. So they get to the studio, and Loqueesha starts her first show.
You're gonna be great. Remember, it's not a crime.
It's theater.
Yeah, dude, don't worry about it. You aren't actually racist. You're just acting racist. It's okay. So the entire first episode of Loqueesha's show is just pure pain. Basically, people call Loqueesha or Joe, and then boom, he just instantly figures them out.
Hi, Loqueesha. My name's Dan.
No, it ain't.
Excuse me?
I can tell you lying right off the bat.
Okay. What? So this montage of him doing a radio show lasts around 15 minutes. And the entire time, all it is him giving piss poor advice and literally figuring out every single person he calls problem instantly. He is a genius, a mastermind.
Well done.
Thank you.
I don't know what I'm more impressed by, you as a black woman or your therapy techniques.
This movie was written by him. He thinks his accent's so good that he wrote a black character saying that his accent is good. How insane do you have to be to write this shit?
All these years, white people are the slaves. How you like that?
Every time I think he's not going to top himself, he just instantly does it. Just boom, one after the other. So anyway, oh geez, after all of that nonsense, we move on to a scene where he talks to a white guy who I guess is supposed to be a reflection of himself, because the dude that Loqueesha is talking to is in the exact same situation Joe is in.
Been listening to your shows lately.
You learning anything?
Yeah, that you're a racist bitch.
What the hell would you know about being a white guy anyway?
Am I in the Twilight Zone? There's no possible way this movie's real, right? It's just fucking with me. This is a big prank, okay? Right? Jeremy's just joking. The whole movie's just a big troll, right? So anyway, Loqueesha talks to this guy, and this guy says that Loqueesha is racist against white guys. And the thing that's so interesting about this scene is how Joe assumes all these things about this dude, and once again, the dude just is like, yep, you're right. Yep, you figured me out. Boom, bam, bop, you got me.
You unemployed.
How'd you know that?
You tune it down to Loqueesha and you start listening. I make
A whole lot of sense to you.
Some.
you in your 50s, right, Don?
Early 50s.
They're unemployed and bitter.
Because you ain't the king of everything.
That's not fair.
Like some teenage girl.
Just got a shocking bit of news. In her case, she pregnant. In yours, you fired.
I was laid off.
Honestly, all Jeremy would have to do to completely salvage this entire movie and make it make so much more sense is just say that the main character has superpowers. Because no human reacts like this.
Do I sound like a black woman?
What does a black woman sound like anyway?
I can't.
Excuse me, I'm looking for a Mr. Pig.
Yeah, that's me. What's up?
Yes, the name's Dale. I'm the manager of inventory here. I just wanted to let you know that we currently are running low on reactions, so you might want to dial it back a little bit.
I'm out of reactions? What does that mean?
Yeah, apparently this movie's so utterly atrocious that you've kind of used up our entire stock of reactions.
What? What do you mean? This is my channel. I could do whatever I want.
Oh, you go try telling the boss that one now.
What?
But good news, looks like we just got a huge shipment of G Fuel in. If you want to do like a G Fuel ad or something like that, you know, just to give us some time to get some reactions.
Fair. How am I supposed to? Hey guys, why don't you go buy G Fuel at gfuel.com and use code PIG to get 30% off your order? And we got a new special flavor called Peach Cobbler. So why don't you go to gfuel.com right now and get 30% off your order by using code PIG? What's wrong with me? So Loqueesha's one-time radio show was such a hit that it blew up all over the news.
The station's owner, Bob Richardson of WCRW...
What? All right. What?
The station's owner, Bob Richardson of WCRW...
Oh, okay. So then we get more people bragging about how utterly incredible Loqueesha's advice is. So now, Loqueesha's blowing up in popularity. Poses a problem. People want to see the real Loqueesha, so they go through this awkward scene of trying to hire a fake Loqueesha, and they end up deciding on Renee, who fits the stereotype that Joe made up. And it's just funny because they don't even sound remotely alike in any way.
When you said you was looking for a Loqueesha type, I nearly fell out of my chair because I am your girl.
But anyway, they go through an extremely long montage of Loqueesha just like blowing up and all of the fans just like going crazy and freaking out because it's Loqueesha. So So yeah, Loqueesha's kind of a big deal. So then we cut back to the ex-wife. Joe ends up giving the ex-wife the money for his son's school. Remember? Because the only reason Joe's doing this is for his son. So it's okay, right? Oh yeah, by the way, remember Rachel from the beginning of the movie? So she ends up calling into Loqueesha, and she confesses that she has a crush on Joe.
I'm just realizing that I have strong feelings.
But the guy who reminds you of me.
Then literally 2 seconds after, she is straight up jumping his bones. And this, yes, this is where it gets bad. Oh, you thought before was bad? Oh, that was the good part. That was the good part of the movie. We're just getting started, baby. So while he's super close to sealing the deal, something strange happens.
Oh, you don't know Joe. Damn, that feels good, girl. Get some.
Okay, now it's officially strange.
I think I might be a black woman trapped in a white man's body.
You're gay?
No, I'm not gay. I'm just very confused right now. I've been going through some very odd changes, Rachel.
Are you pre-op transgender?
Let's breathe. Why do they keep bringing up gay and transgender like it's wrong? Are they expecting me to laugh? Because I don't want to laugh. I want to cry. So obviously a lot of you are probably confused on what exactly is going on, because I was too. See, the thing is, he's developed a split personality disorder. And Loqueesha, she's taking over. I thought it was a joke too, but it's not. So he starts yelling at Loqueesha himself in the car.
You are such a fucking idiot. What is wrong with you? Nothing wrong with me. What's wrong with you?
And then he gets pulled over, and the cop lets him go because he likes his Loqueesha impersonation.
I'm gonna let you go with a warning. You go straight home and stop listening to her. She's clearly making you crazy.
Okay. So then he yells at Loqueesha in the mirror.
You're out of control. You can't control me, white boy.
And then he ends up talking to his mom.
Mom, it's not what you think.
Well, what is it? Are you gay?
Does the writer just have the maturity level of a 5th grader? Does he think gay jokes are funny still? So long story short, he talks to his mom and he decides he's going to talk to Loqueesha on the radio show. And I'll be honest, this part is just narcissistic and painful. He tries very hard to make the scene an epiphany moment where he realizes that acting like Loqueesha is okay because it's his creation. It's not okay at all. Oh yeah, also he makes another gay joke.
Just been very confused lately about your sexual identity. You gay? Why does everybody keep saying that?
But then this whole speech turns into some weird thing about equality. And then he says that every person has a man and a woman inside of them, and then compares himself to God.
Just because you got a penis don't mean you ain't got a little woman in you. When people talk about God, they usually say he, but there's clearly no gender in the divine nature.
So his woman side, regardless, if it's a racist stereotype, it's okay, because accepting that side of him makes him a divine being. Ladies and gentlemen, we just discovered how to evolve, how to become gods in our own life. There is just so much wrong with what he's saying here. And I almost feel bad for the guy because this is his magnum opus. He thinks he's a genius. He thinks this is some top tier poetry. He tries so hard to be nuanced and smart. And it just looks like he's a narcissist and pretentious. And just by the writing of the movie of everyone sucking the main character's dick, yes, it just looks like narcissism.
Hey, I know you just talked yourself off the ledge. You think you could do it for real this time? You got a jumper.
Hey, I'm Mr. Pig. Oh! Hello. Yes, sir. I would just like to tell you that it seems like the movie was too much for the guy and his body shut down. Do you want me to send the replacement?
Oh, thank God. Hey, am I dead? Am I dead?
Yes, my son.
Oh, thank God.
But you must return. You have much to do.
Return? Why the... No, I am not going back there. I don't care what you say.
Do it for the gram.
Did you just say do it for the gram?
Do it for the gram, boy.
Oh, even God is cringe. Oh, just send me back. I don't want to be here anymore. What's the point?
Bitch. Get down there, little stupid bitch. Stupid little bitch, boy.
Oh, God. I'm back.
I certainly think I can. So when we get back from commercial, just put them through and we'll either sink or swim.
Oh, no. I changed my mind. No, take me back. Come on, man. I don't want to be here anymore. So not only does he have the confidence that his advice is so goddamn powerful, he could talk someone out of jumping, but he's going to do it on live radio. And not only that, but he said he's going to wait till after commercial break. And not only that, but he nonchalantly says, well, I mean, we'll give it a shot and, you know, it's going to be sink or swim. Sink or swim, huh? The lady's trying to jump off a bridge. Is this a simulation? What is this? Send me back. I don't want to be here.
I'm on a bridge above the river and I'm going to jump.
But thanks for calling. Enjoy your jump.
I got nothing. He convinces this person who is suicidal not to jump by telling that person they are selfish and just want attention, and then proceeds to say, go visit Paris. Yes, that is seriously what he says.
You gonna go jump or you gonna go to Paris?
I don't think this writer has ever dealt with depression or met anyone who has dealt with even slight depression. And he wrote a script where he fully believes he has the advice to talk down someone. So obviously this gets news press again. Loqueesha becomes so goddamn famous that even Oprah wants to talk to her. Yeah, this is exactly how I imagine Oprah emails would be like. And then there's another conflict in this movie. Fake Loqueesha gets angry at him that he wouldn't accept the Oprah offer. And the movie just makes her out to be a gigantic villain. She basically threatens him that she will tell everyone if he doesn't start paying her more.
Are you blackmailing me?
No, I'm black femaling you.
Pain. So Joe ends up closing down the show before he gets exposed. He just wants to end it and move on. Thank God there is something good about this movie. Maybe he'll finally learn his lesson that you can't do this. It's not okay. It's just not acceptable, is what I would be saying if he learned his lesson and if that's actually what happened. But no, he doubles down. Hell, he triples down at this point. So he leaves the show, then fake Loqueesha takes over. And initially, I thought this was the good ending. And in my heart, I still believe this is a good ending. I guess I just didn't pick the right dialogue. But actually what happens though is fake Loqueesha, even though she is giving the exact same advice, everyone despises her instantly. The first caller of the show instantly hates her.
Don't you dare goddammit tell me how it is. You understand me? You called me. This is my show. I tell you how it is.
So she instantly gets kicked.
I'm messed up. You want me to admit it? There, I said it. You are a better black woman than I am.
We did it. Oh man, we did it, guys. The worst line written in cinema history. Hell, the worst line written in all future movies. I cannot find a line written worse than that. Jeremy, my boy, what is wrong with you, dude? What is going on up in the brain helmet, bro? What are you doing in there? So after all of this, Joe finally decides to admit defeat and tell everyone, fess up that, he was him all along. And he ends up leaving it up for a vote if he should stay or if he should go.
Whatever our fate, Loqueesha and I would like to express our most sincerest gratitude.
And guess what happens? I know everyone's logically thinking the majority of people would be extremely pissed off and tell him to leave, get out of there. But we ain't in real world, baby. We in Jeremy's fantasy. So first of all, he goes back to the bar that he works at. They throw a party for him. Then second of all, he goes to Rachel, which obviously Rachel is extremely pissed off. She ends up calling him a racist pig, a misogynist, gets mad at him because, he was Loqueesha. He's the one who told her basically to go after him. Like Rachel must hate his guts. And then she has sex with him.
You pretended to be somebody else. You tricked me. You're a racist and a misogynist.
Yeah, that makes sense. So in the end, you want to know how the votes ended up? 20% of the people wanted him gone. 40% of the people wanted him back as Joe. And then another 40% of people wanted him back as Loqueesha. And you want to know how this movie ends? Oh God, you want to know how this movie ends?
What's your problem?
Slow claps, baby. Just wonderful. Magnificent. Brilliant. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Is that what you want, Jeremy? What is wrong with you? I honestly don't think there is a movie that I have seen worse than this one, with the combination of the fact that the writer thinks he is a genius for writing this, and at the same time, just the movie in general. Even if we take out, the racism, the narcissism, all that different shit, we take everything out, the movie still is garbage. The storyline is garbage. Everything just happens weirdly, and it's just like, it just basically seems like the main character's fantasy. If at the end the main character woke up and he was in a dream, boom, that would have fixed the entire movie. But no lessons were learned. He didn't realize that this was wrong. Nothing changed. That's it. But Jeremy, if you see this, because I guarantee you Google your name nearly every day, what the hell? But anyway, thank you everyone for watching this train wreck. Make sure to follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, and make sure to use the goddamn code 30% off PIG. But this is the new flavor, by the way. By the way, my personal favorite flavors are Phaseberry, Blue Ice, and of course, Strawberry Lemonade. Just if you want a little good flavors. But anyway, I'm gonna go take a walk. Bye-bye.